half of the court who unofficially communicated with him, and he's chosen to be weak and be a coward and go with the flow. That is, go with the crowd, instead of see that he has a good client who needs to have a good defense. And an attorney who will actually do what he was supposed to be paid to do. I'm not going to lie and say that it's okay. I don't like speaking while I'm eating, but I have to because I'm doing this video, so. But, you know, if he's chosen to do whatever he's chosen to do, and he's going to do that. And I haven't called him anymore. I haven't communicated with him anymore, except before when I sent him some very polite texts and asked him if he could just let me know what's going on. But regardless, I hope he's doing well. And that's it, you know. And then I left it alone. I thought about going to his office and talking to him, but why? See, when people decide something, there's nothing you can do to change their mind. And depending on what capacity you know them in, it's better to not even try to change their mind. Because you don't want people who have bad intentions towards you, you don't want them in your life. You know, I did that with my family. My family I've mentioned before that they're sociopaths. They're very negative, and they have negative energy, and I cut myself off from them. Because I finally learned the hard way, through a lot of damage, that it's better to cut yourself off from negative people. There's nothing that I need from them or want from them that I would ever want them in my life. So that's it, you know. Instead, I've chosen to spend my days praying. And here's the thing. You should pray even when things go well. We all know that. But as human beings, we backslide. And I've done that a lot in my life, and I regret it. I'm going to pray now. And I'm going to keep praying like I have been praying. This is so good. And I read somewhere on the internet, on a really good prayer site, that you have to believe in what you pray for. I mean, you have to honestly believe it, not just try. But honestly, I'm trying right now. And there are brief moments where I actually believe that it's going to happen for me. But faith is to have unmitigated faith, to have blind faith, which I don't have because it's hard. I'm worried all the time. I have anxiety disorder. I have a lot of anxiety because of all of the things that I've been through. To have ultimate faith, to have a flawless faith in God is like free falling. It really is, because when you have blind faith, you've chosen to no longer do, or for the people who always have, to not do anything about your circumstances except to just be, to put that much in God's hands, or put that much in the hands of your faith. And it's one of the most difficult things in life is to have unmitigated faith. But there are people who do. But those people, they're more advanced in that they know how to use their subconscious. We all have it in us, but we don't know how to use it like some people do. And these people are very far and few between, but they know how to use science and energy and their faith to the ultimate good. And that's as much as I'll say about that today. And I'm going through a lot. I mentioned yesterday that I have my things that I'm dealing with. And it's so hard. And speaking with my mouth full is really hard too. But there are levels of hard, you know. uh, I go to court in very early March, and I think about it every day. And I think and I think. And I ask for miracles from God. But then I think, if there's destiny, why do we have to ask for miracles? Because what will be, what will be. But I figured something out. Asking for miracles is the act of having faith in God, because you're asking God for God's help. And you should practice that. Ask God for everything. God knows everything you're thinking and everything you feel, but ask God for everything. Depend on God, because when you ask God for everything and you don't hold back, you depend more and more and more on God. You put yourself more in God's hands, and that's a good step towards having unmitigated faith. It's a small step, but it's a very good step. So I do that. I've started doing that a lot. You know, I want a good future. I don't want to live my life like this for so many reasons. I want to live my life in a good way. I really do. Right now though, I have, I don't know what's going on with my legal situation, and I need to know so that I can have a clearer perspective. But until then, I'm going to live my life. I'm going to have really tough moments. Oh, this is really spicy. I love spice. I don't like garlic, I don't like onions, but I love mint. I love cayenne pepper, I love spice, parsley, mint leaves, cilantro. They're very cleansing too, by the way. And going back to what I was saying, I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to do what I can. Yes, I have very tough moments. 2 nights ago, I had a very tough moment. I was so, so, so sad. I mean, I had such sorrow, and not for myself, not for my situation, for my babies. What's happening is not right on so many levels, but if God has either taken things out of my hands or allowed things to be taken out of my hands, I'd like to think that there's a reason for it. I'd like to think that there's a good reason for it. And in my case, in this case, I'd like to think that it's so that I can get closer to God. And that in time I will get those loves of mine back when I'm a better person, as specifically by better person, I mean closer to God, when I'm more clear on my addiction,